Good morning, people, again. Take 3. Christ, this is a real blooper morning, this is. I'm going to talk about the three-headed beast. Yes, I am. I'm going to say the words before they go. Pride, ego, and fear. They all live within us, and they're normally the first disco dancers to come out to play in times of trouble or worry or vulnerability. This is a bit like a David and Goliath battle, really, because it's this big three-headed beast against this one little thing. But this one little thing that also lives within us is the hardest thing to face and conquer, but also is the mightiest. And that, my friends, is truth. We don't like to confront our truths, yet we demand it from everybody else. How is that so? What you expect from other people, you must also give out. And that's kindness, and that's love, and that's compassion, honesty, and truth. If you give it out, most of the time you'll get it back. And if you don't get it back from the direction that you gave it, it will come back to you in other ways. So yeah, it does. It comes back. Honest, it does. The David and Goliath battle, for those of you that may or may not be familiar, traditional tales that we were taught at school, as kids, were that this small dude takes on this big dude, basically, and everyone's thinking his small dude's fucked, he's going to die for sure. But because of his conviction and his inner strength, he basically busts Goliath's ass. And this is the same with the three-headed beast, being fear, ego, and pride, against little truth here. Truth conquers all, dudes, but it is the darkest and the scariest. And quite often it doesn't come out because fear takes over. And we think that if we keep truth hidden, then it will go away. But it won't, it's mighty. It keeps coming back for more. And this happens in a lot of relationships in our lives. Earlier on, I recorded something which I haven't actually let go yet online, but it was talking about why do we have to wait for disaster to happen to make things better. Too often than not, we let fear, ego, and pride get in the way of things, and they are governed by emotion, most definitely governed by emotion. Emotions are not always completely reliable. Your intuition is more reliable. Your intuition is a sensible little voice. It's just not there to massage your ego and to, give you cups of fluffy tea in the morning. No, your intuition is the word, dudes. Whether you like it or not, your intuition is truth's best friend. Yeah, they're twins. There's no evil twin about them. They're twins, they're a powerhouse. Truth and intuition, yeah, you have to own them. Both of them are difficult. And a lot of the time they don't tell you what you want to hear, but they are the chiefs, get used to it. Fear, ego, and pride, we use these when we kick out. We use these when we are scared, fear. We use these when we're upset, which is linked in with emotion. Sometimes tragedy can strike and we can throw this three-pronged sword at people we care about. And we're in battle stance, we're in standoff. We won't put it right because our pride and our ego tells us, nope, not having that shit. They're going to learn. I'm not stepping forward. I was right. And then even in your darker moments, when your truth and your intuition creeps in, taps you on the shoulder and says, listen, dude, you know you weren't blameless. Come on, man, sort this out. You ignore it, you think, no, fuck it, I'm not doing that. Because your pride, your ego, and your fear seemingly look larger, like Goliath. You get me? But really, your truth and your intuition are David, and they will always win the way. They will always win the day. Don't leave things too late for those people that think, okay, this isn't fear, pride, or ego. This is boundaries, and this is my truth, and this is me. And although David didn't walk away in that biblical story, he did stand up and he did fight and he did win. But walking away can mean winning sometimes too. But you really must make sure that your pride, your ego, and your truth and your emotion isn't governing this. Okay, your intuition and your truth will tell you. Don't wait until you get that phone call to tell you that that person is no longer here on this earth plane, because then you can't sort it out. I know this from personal experience. And then when they're gone, you're left talking to thin air, hoping to God that they can hear you in spirit. They probably can. But it doesn't compare to feeling those warm arms around you and those loving eyes looking at you and thanking you. And then ultimately your pride, your ego and your fear shrink back, don't they? Your intuition, your truth comes to the forefront and you know you did the right thing. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with respectful boundaries. But that's also owning your truth. Taking ego and pride out of it. And fear and emotion out of it. Okay. They're buggers, man. They need to go. Your truth and your intuition, look at it objectively. Look at the bare bones. Think about how you felt when you drew your fear, pride and ego sword. And think about how you feel now that you're standing your truth and intuitive ground. They don't match, do they? Fear, pride and ego never won any battle, my friends. They never did. All it served to do was hurt the person directed at. Objective achieved. Does it make you feel better? Probably for a short time. But ultimately, no. Because then it comes back like the universe and it bites your ass. So, not only have you hurt the person or the situation concerned, you've hurt yourself too. Think about things objectively. Lay down your fear, pride and ego sword. Pick up your intuition and your truth shield. Go to that person with an honest heart. Okay. Look at it objectively. Even just to communicate, to find out where the ground lay. Do it. Because sometimes it really is too late. And that, my friend, really is tragedy and defeat. And no one wins, do they? Truth, intuition, honesty, love. Don't wait till it's too late. I needed to say that. Peace out.